Dear audience, I'm so delighted and honored to welcome you for the first episode of Bibliophilia. This program aims to develop the reading habits in life and inspire to be a bibliophilic. Before inviting very special guests, I would like to share the guidelines of this program with you for more understanding. The aim of Bibliophilia is to share the great experience of most favorite book or books read in life. Why that book was considered as favorite, how that book or the characters influence the life, can speak about author, story background, inspiration, situation, character, moral, etc. as per the speaker's choice. The objectives of the Bibliophilia program is to create an awareness about the significance of reading habits in life, to inspire the audience by sharing the experience of reading and its positive influence in life. Request to avoid religion, sex, and politics, and time allotted is 10 to 15 minutes. This special learning program, Bibliophilia, is inaugurating and leading the first session by a renowned writer in Malayalam, a distinguished Toastmaster, the founder president of Periyar Toastmasters Club, the founder of Periyar Gavel Club, our dear Periyar of Periyar, DTM PJJ Antony. When DTM PJJ Antony was in Saudi Arabia, he was a part-time writer. Now, he is a full-time writer, and his contribution to Malayalam literature are Stalinistugal Madangi Verunu. The Stalinists are returning. Pidurklude Mussolinium, the second one, that is Ancestors of Mussolinium. The third book is Brand, the Chelandarmana Rahasyangal, the Lunasi, the Certain Manufacturing Secrets. And fourth one, Samudra Veta, and the latest story, that is Sundariye Ariyunna Vidam. He translated many books from English to Malayalam. He is a great humanist, and his books are powerful and persuasive due to its unification of its content. Being a writer and critic in Malayalam, he always expressed own views openly against any injustice around him without any fear and bias. He also expressed his views to promote the positive vibes and virtues for the development of human values for a cordial living society. His words of wisdom influenced many by investigating the democratic values and energy to provide the redemptive force in life. Today, DTM PJJ Antony is going to steer this session and share this wide and extensive reading experience and its positive influence in life. DTM PJJ Antony, floor is yours. Let us welcome.
Thank you, DTM Biju CR, my good friend, for that very encouraging introduction. Of course, I was a part of Periyar, and I still continue and feel that I'm very much a part of it, a lively part of it. So I know most of the members who are present are familiar to me. And when the new president, my good friend DTM Harish Bhargavan took over as the president, I thought there will be something, some new programs related to culture, literature, reading, etc. And he got a really good subordinate in Biju CR. So I'm happy to be the first one to present a brief talk on bibliophilia. It's a Latin word, and you have used it in the Latin, and we could have used it in the English as well, so that it will communicate more effectively with everyone. And it means reading, a reading habit. If somebody asks me, I can always say, now I'm 60 plus at the age, and when I look back, What cultivated me, what created me, what nurtured me is nothing but reading. Without reading, I would have been a big zero. I would have never achieved the individuality I have now. Reading has helped me to expand my understanding of the world around me. What makes a man or attract a person to reading is, first and foremost, I feel, when we were children, you can, I think my listeners can go back to their childhood and what prompted them to reading. I think it is curiosity. That curiosity is always there. If a man loses his curiosity, it's the end of him or her. When usually at home, our wives are more curious. I can definitely say Hema is more curious than Harish, certainly. Because often we always criticize them. No, it is not good. Why you want to put your nose into someone else's life? Someone, that book, that movie, that politics, this politics. But curiosity is the core value of a man's search for knowledge. His thirst for knowledge. If a man is not curious to know what is around him, he will never go for reading. And the most important thing, what I experience is, unless you know what is around you, who are around you, you will never be able to handle them. If you know what kind of world, as we were talking about Serbia, once you go to Serbia, if you know what is Serbia, what is the importance of that country, it will be more than easy to go through it, visit locations, understand the people, get the benefit of wherever you are staying in the hotel. So to know the world around you is the most beneficial thing to every individual. When you are in Toastmastering, know what is Toastmastering, what kind of meeting we are conducting, and how it works, how it benefits people. Unless you know that, you will feel, I just go there, sit there, chat with people, listen some boring speeches and walk out. No. Toastmastering is something I still remember. Once I wrote an essay on for Arab News. No one is taught, but everyone is learning. That brought me the best writer award from the Toastmaster fraternity, and even the magazine, international magazine, came to interview me. I'm very happy about it. But what I'm trying to tell you, this key element of anything you are involved, you should know. No one is teaching you, but everyone is learning. It's a key factor that differentiates Toastmastering from all the other similar educational clubs. I'm always proud to say that I am associated with Toastmastering, and I am still a convinced Toastmaster. I always recommend people. It is not just to understand English. We are not teaching English. It's not an English teaching fraternity. It is to expand yourself, make you a better person, to find your potential and go. So let us come back to reading. What prompted the reading? For me, as a child, maybe at the second standard or third standard, I started reading Mandrake the Magician, the daily column in Malayalam Manorama newspaper. Every day I used to wait for that. I think only 5 pieces. Then slowly I went to Phantom, more better stories. It was nothing but the curiosity. What happened to him? What happened to Phantom? What happened to his wife Diana? Or what happened to Mandrake's friend Lothar or his girlfriend Narda? These things prompt us to reading. You wanted to know what is happening. I was not aware at the time what other benefits I am getting or how it is molding me, how it is shaping me. I was not aware. But slowly it developed. It gone beyond that kind of books, and it went to magazines. And you start reading the first book. I am impressed. Even now, I am the best book I am impressed as a whole is Mahabharata. Mahabharata tales are something really wonderful. You feel it is from thousands of years ago, but somehow it connects the predicaments of today's life. What differentiates Mahabharata from the rest of the epic in India or worldwide? In Mahabharata, if you are really a good reader, you won't find anything spiritual or anything religious in it. It is a great narrative, a great story. Anyone who start reading, get to be lucky to read one story from it, you will go for other. You will become an addict to reading a Mahabharata. Even now, I have many texts of Mahabharata with me. I started with the abridged version of Rajagopalachari. Rajagopalachari is the person, Rajaji is known as. His books were actually meant for, he is trying to introduce an Indian epics for English-speaking world. He could imagine that this country, India, is going ahead, and slowly English will attain a status of linking a link language, linking every Indians. He could see that. So that is why his books are still never stopped reprints. Every time you will see Rajaji's Ramayana, Mahabharata, many such books are coming out. So what I was fascinated by Rajaji's Mahabharata, Tales from Mahabharata. It's a small book when comparing to the original Mahabharata. It is such comparatively very small, but that inspires you. That stirs your curiosity. When your curiosity is stirred, one more essential human element come to you: power of imagination. I can see there are many people who just see what is around them, watch the TV or read the newspaper and think that's what is going on around the world. The truth lies between the lines. You get a better insight. The word insight into the world and life becomes a part of you through curiosity and imagination. See, when you go for a movie, there is not much to imagine. You see things there. Or a television serial, you can see everything. People are standing, their dress, what they are eating, what they are talking, how they smell, everything is known to you. What kind of house they have. But when you are reading, it is different. You have to create your own Bhimasena. You have to create your own Dushasana. You have to create your own Drona in your mind. So it builds your ability to create and understand. You have, when suppose in front of me Manoj is there, Biju is there, Harish is there. If you really ask them, in each one of them, there's a different Bhimasena. If they're going to watch a movie, unfortunately, all your imagination will go down. It's a fact. There are many good movies. At the same time, visual media kills your imagination. No doubt about it. I have no doubt about it. But I too watch movies. But at the same time, I tell the reading always make you to. When you read Thakadi's Chemin, you imagine a beach, a seashore. Your Palani is different. But if there are people who watch the movie, you will think a Palani is Satya. That should not happen. If it is without anything, if you go and read any world classics, I always suggest to your children, give a abridged version of world classics. That's the best way to inspire him. The best way to instill an element of language, life, and imagination in him. And he will have a definitely positive approach. I can say there are many, we always complain communalism is increasing, cultural decaying is going on. We have many complaints about culture and religion. But I can say one thing, art and literature can never be partial. It will be always secular. Art can never corrupt people. Literature can never corrupt people. A good artist, good writer can never write in a biased manner. It will never happen. You go and read any book from any language. So for me, after Mahabharata, the first book that thrilled me was Alexander Dumas' Monte Cristo. I know some of you have already read the Monte Cristo. There is movies based on Monte Cristo even in Malayalam. But Monte Cristo is one novel. It was, you can call it a romantic period of literature. Those who studied literature can differentiate it. There was a very strong romantic period in French literature. And Alexander Dumas and Victor Hugo were the emperors of world romantic literature at the time. So they were, after that, I got I read Three Musketeers, Monte Cristo, and Victor Hugo's Les Miserables. It's a classic. People say a person who take Les Miserables, Victor Hugo's, we say in Malayalam, Pavangal. Those who a man take that book into his hand to read, he is a person different from the man who completed it. When a man finishes reading that book, he will be a changed person. That book can touch your very inner core of your person. It will change you. That is why the man who started reading, the man who complete that book, you are two different people. Then when I came, so classics were my daily for those days. Then I started reading Malayalam. It did not thrill me much, but when I read Urup Sundarigalam Sundaranmarum, I felt I am reading something different. I felt this is a classic in my language. And after that, I read one classic work was from Kannada, Shivarama Karan's Marali Mannige. Because Marali Mannige and Sundarigalam Sundaranmarum touch life as a whole, not one part of it. At the same way, I read V.S. Khandekar's Yayadi and Savitri Roy's Draupadi. Everybody has written about Mahabharata. People talked about Draupadi in many ways. Everyone concentrated on how the Panchapandavas felt in getting Draupadi as their partner. But Savitri Roy concentrates what she felt. When Kunti told, the beloved mother told, go and share bed with all the five. What did she feel? What was her response to it? Savitri Roy explores into that. It's a totally different view. Maybe Vyasa himself did not go to that angle. Then I know my time is coming up. So I have read so many such classics, and finally, it expanded my horizon. The book I last read is a Japanese novel by Haruki Murakami, Kafka on the Shore. It has shattered my concept of writing and writing literature. I too wrote one novel. I too wrote nearly 100 stories, many essays. But my fundamental idea about a novel is rebuilt by this writer, Haruki Murakami. He's a young person comparatively, younger than me. But the book he wrote it is a splendid work of art. I have no time to tell you the story, but you can understand 3 narratives are there. About 3 different people. It's a teacher. It starts with a teacher taking around her class to a picnic during the Second World War, when they were just standing on a small hill and watching surrounding. Suddenly, if an aircraft came just about passed through over them, then suddenly all those children fainted and fell down. The teacher got puzzled. She tried to wake them up. She could do nothing. She went back and bought the principal and help from them. And almost after maybe the doctor came, almost everyone got up gradually. Some people took it 4 days, but all of them forgot their life, what happened until then, until that particular moment. Nobody could recollect what happened. Slowly, everybody recollected except one. Then one was sent to Tokyo for further research. They don't know whether any gas or anything, something came from the aircraft. But why only so many people, and what only they forget their past? Funny story to us. Those 3 people's narratives goes in a stories go without us knowing. We don't know these people are from that incident, but story goes in a different way. All these incidents are, the story goes on quite naturally. The concept of Murakami is life cannot be molded in the way we like. It is coincidences and accidents happen. Maybe we will be able to polish it and shape it so that we could adjust with it. Other than that, nothing. So his novels are like that. He says, don't search for logic or anything. This is how life took my characters. And in the end, all the 3 narratives come together. If you are really a good reader, I recommend go and buy a copy of Kafka on the Shore by Haruki Murakami. It will change you deeper. It will make it more deeper. An infinite expansion of your intellectual horizons will happen to you. I conclude it here, and I appreciate Biju and Harish Bhargavan for their worthy initiative. Without reading, if somebody asks me, a person is nothing. It will have, you have so many other qualities you can have, but reading can touch you. It is your own internal engineering. It engineers you a better person. Without you knowing, whatever is inside you is stirred up. And you become a different person with open arms to the entire humanity. You can never be narrow-minded. I wish that luck and blessing to each one of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Anand Chetta. Dear audience, please give a big round of applause.